and everywhere.
If Michael let me have it. Michael has to let you have it because he's already got it. But there's a difference between filling time and filling.
You are looking live at the reservation as tonight, cross-county rivals renew their battle for the Superintendent's Trophy and for the district's top seed in the upcoming playoffs. Hello, my friends, alongside Michael Gregg, Jeremiah Jones, Pat Harris, Kevin Lloyd. I'm Josh McKinney. Quick Care Walk-In Clinic High School Football presented by the Don Franklin family of dealerships on Lake Cumberland Sports. Welcome to the Buffalo Wings and Rings video game of the week. Michael, Southwestern versus Pulaski County. My friend, let's do this thing.
Absolutely. 6-0 on Southwestern, 5-1 for Pulaski County. You couldn't have set the stage any better for tonight's matchup. I'm ready to get the action started. We've got about 28 minutes on the clock until we're going to kick it off. But Josh McKinney, last week, offense was clicking on all cylinders. Great warm-up for tonight's matchup.
Absolutely. That offense might be called upon and might be needed tonight against a always stout Pulaski County team under cloudy skies with a threat of rain. We'll document that as we move along in this contest. Southwestern 182 and 137 overall. Coach Jason Foley, his second season at the helm at Southwestern. Coach Foley 12-6 in that time, 37-12 in his coaching career all time, 2-0 versus Pulaski County. As Michael just mentioned, Blue and Orange 6-0. That is their second best start in school history with W's over Wayne County, George Rogers Clark, Knox Central, North Laurel, Whitley County, and South Laurel. It has been a good start to a topsy-turvy, strange 2020.
You're exactly right, Josh. That first matchup last year, Southwestern goes over there to Pulaski County and pulls a shocker. Tonight, this matchup, Mr. McKinney, for the number one seed here in this district, and it'll have a lot to say about how this postseason plays out here.
Of course, the top seed will have home field advantage in the postseason playoffs. As Michael mentioned, a big output offensively last week for Southwestern as they hosted South Laurel. The Warriors won that 52-14. Southwestern with wins over Wayne County, 42-41 in the thriller, 15-13 over GRC, 22-20 over Knox Central, 28-12 at North Laurel. Southwestern defeated Whitley County on the road 27-6 again last week, 52-14 winners over South Laurel. Chandler Crabtree, player of the game offensively last week for the Blue and Orange, 12-14, $177, 5 touchdowns. Cody Harmon, defensive player of the game. Michael, he was in the backfield more than South Laurel running backs most of the night last week.
He's played gangbusters. Josh, while you're saying that, real quick, talking to Coach Foley on the Coach Foley Show, that young man, Cody Harmon, on the season, 19 tackles for loss.
Incredible.
19, which is more than the entire Pulaski defense.
Incredible.
4.5 sacks on the season. So he is gangbusters. So if you're joining us tonight and have not seen this team play, 44, Cody Harmon, he's a guy to watch out for.
Absolutely. Southwestern 3-0 in district play along with Pulaski County. In case you're curious, the best start in school history for Southwestern, 2018 when they started 8-0. Warriors averaging 31 points a game, giving up 18 points per. The 33rd all-time meeting between the Blue and Orange Brigade and the Maroons. The series all even at 16 wins apiece. That is how crazy competitive this series has been.
And you expect nothing else from tonight for it to be just the same kind of scenario again.
Kind of
break the tie.
Absolutely. You kind of alluded to it a little bit earlier. Southwestern riding a 2-game winning streak in the series, winning both meetings last year at PC, 15-7 in overtime in the regular season. Then a couple weeks later in round one of the playoffs, 17-7 last year for Southwestern. Other W's in the series for the Blue and Orange twice last year, 2017, 16, 14, 11, twice in 2006. Then you go 05, 4, 1, 2000, 99, 97, 94, and 93 victories in the series for Southwestern. And, oh, by the way, the Superintendent's Trophy currently resides on the Blue and Orange side of town.
And we like it that way. His stat line speaks for itself. What I will say, with that injury, paves an opportunity for a young sophomore Bryson Duggar. He takes over the helm. I remember last year when that injury happened with Drew Polson, there were some that expected to see Duggar on the field last year. I know our colleague Paul Wright, who calls the Pulaski games, has done nothing but rave about Mr. Duggar's arm.
Yes,
says
he's got
says he got a gun and can sling it. And I expect the offense for Pulaski to continue to do.
That's
and
exactly right.
he looked really sharp in that matchup. And so Drew Polson can play, multi-talented, can run, can throw it. I said I would tell you about his stats, and I'll go ahead and plug that right now. So young man, Mr. Polson, has thrown on the season 1,321 yards, 12 touchdowns, averaging 220 yards through the air per game. On the ground, by the way, leading rusher with 261 yards and a couple scores there, averaging about 44 yards a game. So he's a big hole to fill tonight if you're Coach Johnny Hines.
Absolutely, and our thoughts and prayers are with Drew Polston and his recovery from that broken ankle. Pulaski County 5-1, riding a 5-game winning streak after a season-opening loss on the road at Belfry to start the season, 33-13. Since then, straight dubs for the Maroons as they beat Madison Southern 21-15. They beat Whitley County 50-36. They took care of South Laurel on the road 58-32. They then beat North Laurel at County High 41-18. And last week, a costly victory, but still a victory for the Maroons as they dispatched East Jessamine 36-13. PC's player of the games last week, Donovan Abbott, offensively, ran solid against the Jaguars. Tristan Cox on the defensive side, the Purdue commit, had three handfuls of tackles, 15 tackles versus the Jags, and he also forced a fumble. That in itself shows why he is a D1 commit.
Absolutely.
That's incredible.
And when you're watching this game tonight, I'm excited to be able to bring you that video coverage tonight, Lake Cumberland Sports. Tristan Cox is a man amongst boys.
Yes, he is.
And you're going to be able to see that. He is a big, big boy, and when he tackles you, you feel it. And so Coach Foley knows that young man, coached him in middle school, knows what he can bring to the table. So we'll see how that plays out again tonight. Just exciting to get this thing kicked off.
Pulaski County 3-0 in district play as well, basically.
It really is. But I know the young man's going to be ready to play. A lot of people over there on the Maroon side of the field are depending on him, and he's got a lot of support on that side. So that team is more than just Drew Polson, and Drew is a very talented football player. But I am very anxious to see and excited to see Mr. Duggar get that opportunity. And we've saw him in warm-ups out here. He's got a cannon. He's slinging it all over the field. And we know they like to throw the ball. So Southwestern's going to have to keep those receivers in front of them.
Absolutely. Pulaski County and Southwestern meeting for the 33rd time. The series again tied at 16 wins each. PC's last W, though, came in 2018. That was in the playoffs at PC, 13-6, their last W here at the reservation. Earlier that year in 2018 as well, as PC took care of Southwestern that night, 21-14. Wins for Pulaski County in the series. They won twice in 2018, 2016, 15, 14, 13, 12, 10, 2009, 8, 7, 2003, 2002. The PC had wins in 98, 96, and 95. The Pulaski County Maroons last held that superintendent's trophy back in 2018. Obviously, the Maroons have that on their key for the season. Take that trophy back across the county.
And this is a game that was circled on both teams' schedules as the season opened. Again, this was a season that many of us didn't know was even going to happen. And then once it does happen, I'm not sure anybody thought in their wildest dreams it would last as long as it has. We said early on and documented in this season, every game was going to be played as if it was the team's last game. And I just know that that's how both of these squads are going to approach tonight. But, Josh, crosstown games. You know, who's the favorite? Who's the underdog? I mean, clearly last year, the first matchup, we knew those roles were clearly defined.
Oh, yeah, they were supposed to be anyway.
Well, tonight I'm not sure that's the case.
I don't think so.
And I asked Coach Foley, like, which team comes in maybe with the most momentum? Because both teams come in with a substantial amount of momentum. You know, if Pulaski kind of had a gut punch last week with the injury with Polson.
They did.
However, those 5 wins in a row, and you know they want Southwestern. They want to beat Southwestern. They want payback.
Oh, of course.
So can you really declare a favorite? Have you ever been able to declare a favorite in a crosstown game? I'm not sure.
Some folks will. I will not step out on that limb.
Sure. And Coach
you just don't know.
And Coach Foley did not.
You just don't know.
You just don't know.
You don't.
But I think what I'm trying to say, each time these two teams play, you can toss the records out the window.
You can. It's cliche, but yeah you can.
This year, both teams happen to have great records. But regardless, it's going to be an evenly played game. I said earlier, I hope we see a shootout. Southwestern's defense typically doesn't allow shootouts. But last week, offensively, I liked the flow. I liked what I saw from Southwestern.
Absolutely.
Chandler Crabtree, 5 touchdowns. More important than the 5 touchdowns, more impressive than the 5 touchdowns, 5 different receivers caught each one of those touchdowns.
That's true. Yeah.
You already mentioned 12 out of 14 last week. The 2 balls that his team didn't catch, the other team did.
The other team did, so there wasn't a drop last week.
He didn't throw a ball on the ground all night.
That's right.
And so, he was on fire. I hope that momentum carries into this week. Southwestern runs the ball and runs the ball well. If they can throw the ball, they're scary. They're scary good.
Absolutely. It's battle in the backyard as Southwestern hosts Pulaski County here tonight at the reservation. I'm Josh McKinney alongside Michael Gregg and the entire crew of Lake Cumberland Sports here tonight to bring you Quick Care Walk-In Clinic High School Football presented by the Don Franklin Family of Dealerships on Lake Cumberland Sports. It's the video Wings and Rings video game of the week. Enough of us two yahoos spilling our guts out to you. Let's hear from the head Southwestern football coach himself. It is the Coach Jason Foley Show on Lake Cumberland Sports.
This is Michael Gregg with Lake Cumberland Sports. I'm sitting down with head ball coach Jason Foley of the Southwestern Warriors. Coach Foley, congrats on the win last week. You continue your winning streak at home, particularly district win. Offense looked fantastic. Kind of put on a show. Chandler Crabtree, very impressive night, 5 touchdowns. Maybe more impressive than the 5 touchdowns is that 5 different gentlemen caught each one of those touchdown passes. So that was very impressive. Talk to me about how you feel about your offense. It seems to be clicking on all cylinders, Coach.
Yeah, I was really pleased last week with the way our offense played. It was kind of what we had envisioned from the start of the year. And I think with Chandler finally getting back, getting in the groove, now for a couple of weeks after his injury, I think you're starting to see what he's capable of. We've known the whole time that we've had athletes all over the field that can make plays, and I think that was on full display last Friday night, and I was just happy. I think we had 7 different players score touchdowns. Like you said, Chandler threw 5 touchdown passes to 5 different receivers, and it was just a great night overall. The offensive line has really continued to improve the last 3 or 4 weeks particularly, and I'm proud of them. They're a young line, but they've really gotten better all year, and I think our offense is playing good at the right time.
Yeah, you averaged about 14 yards every time you called a play, so that was really impressive. Defensively, had a really stellar performance as well. -2 big plays that the backup quarterback had for South Laurel. Really not a lot to talk about that they were able to accomplish. Cody Harmon, another big night from that senior. We were talking right before we pushed the record button. That young man, senior, has 19 tackles for a loss, 4.5 sacks. But it's not just Harmon doing what he does. You got pressure coming from the other end, and Asher and your linebackers about as good as they come. Pennington anchoring that group. Talk to me about how you feel about your defense at this point in the season.
Well, again, they had another good performance. I think that we knew we had a lot of young linebackers and new faces in the secondary at the beginning of the season, and I think they've started to gel and play well together. Most of the games that we've been in, you take away 2 or 3 plays, and the rest of the game they've been lights out. And so we're still trying to fix those 2 or 3 plays. But overall, I'm proud of them, proud of the way they've been performing, and I think they're getting better all the time.
So, Coach, this week, Pulaski County crosstown game, 4th district game, really battle for the number 1 seed to see who takes that and gains the momentum rolling into the postseason. I'll ask a silly question. Do you need anything extra for motivation this week as you host PC?
Well, no, I don't think so. This is always a big game. It's always an exciting game, and it's always a fun game, and it can be unpredictable. I've watched the games many years, and I've been a part of the games, and now I'm coaching in the games, and they're fun, they're exciting. I think the community loves it. In my opinion, it's, if not the best, it's one of the very best football games, all of high school football. Both teams have had some good teams over the years, and we're just looking forward to going to battle and seeing what happens.
So, Coach, and for predictions and whatnot, you all come in undefeated on the season, playing lights out. Pulaski Falls, game number 1 to Belfry. Other than that, their record's unblemished. Obviously, you're coaching the blue and orange. What team's coming in with the most momentum, if you will, into this matchup?
Well, that's kind of tough to say. You have to, when you think about our team, we've been in a lot of battles this year. Three particular games where it's come right down in the fourth quarter, and we've found ways to win. I think that's really helped us to become battle tested. I think I've seen our kids grow with a lot of confidence from those games, and I think we're really starting to play our best football right now. So I think our kids are very confident. I've been really hard on them about not being overconfident. You've got to stay hungry. You got to be humble, and you got to be hungry. And I think they are. And so I feel good about our kids. But Pulaski's, they have played great all year too. The very first game, they had a tough out with Belfry. Belfry's just a really physical football team. And you take away that game, they've reeled off 5 in a row. Their offense has put up big numbers, different games. And I know their defense is very strong too. When they're playing well, they're a very good defense. So it should be a great game. Two good football teams going at it.
So, Coach, last year, that first matchup, you went over to their place, obviously the underdog. I think we could debate on that second matchup who was favored. Again, it was at their place. You hosted this year, but the one commonality, I guess the unfortunate commonality, is Pulaski's facing a pretty significant injury over there on their side of town, with Drew Polson's going to be out this game. Suffers a break in his leg last week. That is a player who offensively does a lot, really does everything. Looking at the statistics for him on the season, he's thrown for 1,300 yards, passed for 12 touchdowns, rushed for a couple more scores, and over 250 yards on the season. But we know, much like Southwestern, they've got a lot of horses in the stable. Pulaski's going to be ready for this game. They're going to have a young kid stepping in Bryson Duggar, to fill those big shoes of Drew Polson. But in your game plan, and we know your team likes to pin their ears back and come hard, does the quarterback position over there, having a young kid stepping into the spotlight, maybe and not the best time for that young man, how does that factor into the game plan this week?
Well, first of all, with Drew Polston, he's a heck of a quarterback. Best wishes go out to him. I know he's had a couple of years of some bad luck, but he was putting up phenomenal numbers, and obviously he was a big part of their team and making their offense go. Fortunately for them, I think Bryson Duggar is a great young quarterback. I know he's got a very strong arm. Obviously, we haven't seen him in a lot of varsity competition. He looked very good the last 3 quarters against Jessamine last week, and I'm sure being under Drew and under his leadership, he's probably going to be ready to go. So we know that that's going to be a challenge. I don't think that you'll see them drop off too significantly there with that, and I think he'll still be able to spread it out and get the ball to his athletes. Obviously, we'll have to see, how he handles the pressure. Defensively, we've been pretty good about getting pressure on all of our opponents all year, and we'll try to do the same this game too.
So, Coach, leading up to this game, Pulaski obviously likes to throw the ball. I don't think offensively you're going to see a whole lot different from that squad. Receiver-wise, a couple of them jumping off the page with their statistics, and Barrick Williams and Jacob Shepard. Anything going to do defensively to try to bottle that up?
Well, Barrick Williams has been a big-time playmaker all year, but you've got kids like Shepard, who's got great speed. You've always got to watch out for him. Chandler Godby's shown the ability to make some plays. Of course, in their backfield, Donovan Abbott and Tristan Cox, you'll see Cox all over the field, and I know he always plays a lot in these types of games, so we expect to see him quite a bit. He's a Division I football player, so we've got to be ready for what he does. But they've got a lot of different playmakers. They've got good depth. They're kind of like us, They've got a lot of good skill kids, and they play a lot of kids, and I think they keep them fresh. And so Braden Gibson's another one that makes plays for them. And just a lot of different kids that can make plays. And so we've got to be aware of all of them. Defensively, we've definitely been trying to prepare for their different packages they do, and I think we've had a good week of prep, and hopefully we'll perform well.
So, Coach, keys to victory, what do you need to establish early to set the tempo, set the stage for a Warrior win here at home at the reservation?
Well, we need to, defensively, I think it starts, we've got to come out of the gate really strong. We did that last week, and we want to continue that. I think on the defensive side of the ball, we've got to limit their big plays because they like to score fast. They like to do a lot of motions and get you out of alignment and then, release receivers down the field and hit you deep. And if that starts happening, things can snowball. So we've got to limit their big plays, make them try to drive down the field, hope we can get some pressure on their quarterback and not let him stand back there and just have all day to throw it. And then again, you've got to watch out for Cox and Abbott, running in between the tackles. We've got to be able to tackle those two because if they can run the ball effectively, then that's just going to open up their pass. Offensively, we just want to do what we've continued to do the last few weeks. We want to come in here, we want to try to spread the ball around, get the ball to different kids in space, different athletes, run the football like we have all year, and just go at it.
So, Coach, Vanover missed last week. Before we sign off here, I want to get an update on that young man. And also we saw Dylan Asher took somewhat of a bump on the field and missed some substantial action last week. Status update on those two young men.
Vanover has had a great week of practice. It was a minor ankle sprain. He looks to be full 100%. He's had a good week of practice, so he'll be back in action. Dylan Asher, he had a sprain wrist last week. We pulled him out of the game there early, just precautionary. He's been healing great. He'll be ready to go for this game too. And so right now it looks like we're pretty healthy and ready to go.
So, folks, if you can get a voucher to get a seat in the stadium, we recommend you come on out and see this game. If not, you can join us and watch us live on LakeCumberlandSports.com. Coach Foley, thank you for your time. As always, appreciate working with you. Best of luck to you Friday night against the Maroons here at the reservation.
Thank you, Michael, and I want to thank Lake Cumberland Sports for all you do.
The people of this great land are resilient and will get through this. And buying and selling is the real stimulus. Land and real estate are the premium investments, and they're not just making any more land. At Ford Brothers Auctioneers, we'll get you the most for your property with live, online, and multi-parcel auctions. Selling farms, homes, developments, and commercial properties for top dollar. Give us a call or online at FordBrothersInc.com.
Since 1988, Toyota of Somerset has been serving and supporting our local communities. We want you to know that we are here for you and your family. Someone you can trust, someone you can count on, now and for the better days to come. Trusted, loyal, dedicated, helpful, and consistent. Toyota of Somerset. Come see us or visit us online at toyotaofsomerset.com.
Wait times are short at Quick Care Walk-In Clinic. They're focused on service, and they staff the clinic to reduce the time spent in the waiting room. Quick Care has lab and x-ray equipment right there in the clinic, which is another great time saver. The clinic is open and waiting for you from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. weekdays and 10 to 3 on Saturdays. Of course, no appointments necessary. Just walk in when you need us. Quick Care behind the hospital in Med Park West. And you got to hear Coach Foley discuss the keys to the game. And the keys to the game are brought to you by Whitus Cabinets. At Whitus Cabinets, they provide their customers with friendly service. They value your business, and it is their mission to provide reliable products and services. Their courteous and professional team at Whitus Cabinet Design Center can turn your vision into reality. Visit the Whitus Cabinet Design Center on the corner of South 27 and Slate Branch Road to learn more about what they can do for you. Josh, let's talk about the starting lineups.
Absolutely.
First, for Southwestern, offensively, that big offensive line, Braden Myers, Matthew Lloyd, Tyler Russell, John Poe, Maddox Mink, Starting tight end, Brody Perkins. You'll see Cody Harmon and Roe Pennington at that spot as well. Wideouts for the blue and orange, Justin Vaught, Caden Hewitt, Alex Farler, Riley McBride. You'll also see Ian Ware split out wide tonight. Chandler Crabtree will be taking snaps. I think this now is maybe his third game at QB, so he's relatively new at the position but has done a fantastic job. Running backs, Tanner Wright Jr., and he leads the team in rushing. He's a playmaker.
He is.
Connor Crisp, senior, and then Gid Brainerd. 10 touchdowns on the season. Young man is a bulldozer. For the defensive squad for Southwestern, up front, they play a 3-4. Defensive end, Dylan Asher, Cody Harmon at the other side, Jadon Washington, nose guard. Linebackers, Roe Pennington, Hagan Galloway, Connor Crisp, and Christian Kelly. Cornerbacks, Ethan Ware and J.J. Hutchinson. Strong safety, Ian Ware. Free safety, Mason Hibbard. Mr. Do Everything, Mason Hibbard. Mason Hibbard is also going to return punts. He played QB first few games this season. For the Pulaski County Maroons, offensive line, Jason McCowan, Bryson Brown, Declan Hayes, Leighton Abbott, Christian Guerrero. Tight end, Braden Gibson. Receivers, Chandler Godby, Barrick Williams. We talked about those in the Coach Foley show. Jacob Shepard. You're also going to see Antonio Palmer and Caleb Adams. QB1 tonight will be sophomore Bryson Duggar in his first varsity start. Tailback, Donovan Abbott, and you'll see Tristan Cox. And, Josh, we are kicking off, sir.
As Moore will converge and send it away. As that will be returned by Adams up near sidelines. Got a hole, 25 up to the 31-yard line. Pulaski County Maroons will begin the 33rd meeting of this gridiron dance on that very spot. Just underway at the reservation. Josh McKinney alongside Michael Gregg, Quick Care Walking Clinic High School Football, presented by the Don Franklin Family Dealerships on Lake Cumberland Sports. Buffalo Wings and Rings video game with the week settled in. It should be a good one. Partly cloudy, muggy, 70. As we get this one rolling here tonight. Left to right for the Maroons. Black top, black pants for the Maroons. Maroon logo on the helmet. Silver helmet for PC. Three-man front row. Pennington stepping up as a linebacker. Duggar looks to throw. Will play far sideline up to around the 35, 36-yard line. As Walden will make the stop, a gain of 4. Quick hitter is first play from scrimmage. Duggar. This pass.
Completing that pass, that's a nice start for the young man.
Absolutely. Get him in, get him settled down. You know, there's some butterflies there anytime you play your cross-county rival. Few extra butterflies.
On both sides.
Absolutely. Means a lot when you play your buddies across town. Duggar out of the gun. Into three-man Southwestern front. All those dark unis for Southwestern. Duggar sidesteps a guy, fires, throws downfield. That will be incomplete. Is intended to target Donovan Abbott, as that was knocked down as Ware came up. Ian Ware come up to break up that play. And Michael, great penetration early for Southwestern. They were really dialing up the blitzes last week. You see that pressure early there as Duggar got hit as he let that one go.
Duggar shifted right out of that, though, and saved the sack.
Duggar again out of the gun. Left to right for the Maroons here. He will pitch. Halfback pass. Nope, he will tuck it. Up near sideline. Big collision at the 37-yard line. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ian Ware coming up and laying the lick on Williams. Was lined up at running back and good for a gain of a couple, maybe 3. That's going to set up 4th and about 4 for Pulaski County. And the Maroons will send it on the punting unit.
Any trickeration here, Josh?
I don't know. That looked like possibly Williams going to chuck one downfield and nothing there and try to make something out of it. Got close. Not close enough too early in this one, but the Warriors coming after it. As that one will take a friendly Southwestern hop and then a friendly PC hop. Back to the 34-yard line as Shepard laid the boot to it. First series of the night. Goes to Pulaski County, and they will punt it away. Southwestern will get their first crack at it. 11:24 to go. Scoreless on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. Southwestern 6-0, 3-0 in district play. Pulaski County 5-1, 3-0 in district play. Superintendent's Trophy on the line tonight. District top seed. Home field advantage in the playoffs.
A lot of stakes on tonight's matchup.
Indeed.
Bragging rights amongst those.
Lots of delicious steaks
You bet.
on the grill tonight. 1st and 10 for the Warriors, right to left. For the blue and orange, their first series of the night. Crabtree out of the gun. He will hand it off. Tanner Wright, off right tackle. He's got some running room up far sideline. As Wright will get 9, maybe 10. Big collision at the first down marker. As Wright will get 9 coming up and laying the wood. Christian Slavey, you can already see it's going to be a slobber knocker type of night.
You bet.
Big time hits both sides.
You bet.
Amp up the defense. Crank it up. Crosstown rivals on a Friday night. Normalcy. This is normalcy.
And loving every minute of it.
Absolutely.
We're glad you're joining us, folks.
2nd and 1 for the Warriors as Crabtree operates out of the gun again. Running back to his left. Crabtree dials his own number. Coming off left tackle. He's got running room. Midfield stripe and a few more as Crabtree will get up to the Pulaski County 46-yard line as he'll be taken down by Adams. Move the chains for Southwestern. Turner Realty Group, first down for the Blue and Orange Brigade.
First down of the night for either team.
Warriors moving the football, playing well under second-year head coach Jason Foley. Chandler Crabtree out injured early part of this year. He made his return back in the North Laurel game 3 games ago. It's his 3rd straight start behind center. Out of the gun again, trips to the right, one to the left. Crabtree, quick hitter. That's caught at the 45, but a nice open field tackle as Chris gets the reception of 1. It's going to be 2nd and 9 for Southwestern. Nice open field stop by Tristan Cox.
And that ball took a second to get to the receiver.
It did.
And that's a dangerous pass.
It certainly is. Against a very athletic PC defense. 9:40 to go, opening frame. Thanks for joining us. Quick Care Walk-In Clinic. Wherever you've got us in tonight, thank you, thank you, thank you. Choosing Lake Cumberland Sports. 9.5 to go, opening quarter. Backs either side. Blitz coming from Pulaski County. Now it'll back off. Hand off to Wright. Off right tackle. He's got running room. 40, 35, 30. Up to around the 20-yard line as Tanner Wright gets into the Rick Barker red zone. As Tanner Wright, we've documented, he put in a whole heck of a lot of work in the offseason. Michael, we've documented in our broadcast this season. He added girth to those shoulders. That bulk has really paid off for Tanner Wright.
And he didn't lose any speed.
No, he did not.
And he's always had those active feet churning. And wouldn't you know it?
The
flag on the
will
play.
Bring it back. Now that will be a personal foul penalty on Southwestern. I do see the pink hanky laying at the 30. So that'll negate a big gainer for Southwestern. Be a good opportunity to tell you. Referee tonight is Joe Tammy. The umpire is Watson Arthur. Head linesman Michael Turner. Line judge Heath Tarter. And the back judge is Adam Pruitt. Your officiating crew here this evening. 9:15 to go, opening quarter. First drive of the night for the Warriors. Crabtree again out of the gun. Low snap. He hands it off to Brainerd, who's met in the backfield. And Brainerd looking for some running room. Still looking. Turns a negative rush into a gain of 4. Brainerd should have at least lost 3, maybe more. He was DOA, and 4-0 will not quit.
And he hasn't all year, Josh.
He has not.
Yeah. If you've not seen the run that he had, what team was it? Knox Central. He breaks 9 tackles. Look it up on Facebook.
Oh, goodness.
He's a beast. I'm so glad we get to see this tonight. Our listeners get to see this tonight. Young Gid Brainerd.
And 4 for Southwestern. Near home hash for the Warriors. Dark gray unis. And movement. And dark gray unis trimmed in blue and orange. Spear on either side as that penalty will be on Pulaski County, and that will give Southwestern the easy Turner Realty Group first down.
They'll take it.
Absolutely. Pulaski County getting the first drive of the night. That was a punt. The Warriors look to capitalize on their first of the night. A couple of receivers either side as Wright goes in motion. Bottom side, top side. Crabtree hands it off Brainerd. Inside handoff. As Brainerd still rumbling. Thought he went down. He did not. As Brainerd will sneak on up to the 30-yard line. And you will not see anybody run any harder for every single yard than get Brainerd.
No, you won't.
He'll fight for every that blame thing he can get.
And let's go ahead and establish this early. If he gets in the open field, what's he like to do?
Cock that head back.
Cock that head back.
So be watching for that.
Be watching for that.
If he gets in the open field and cocks the head back,
look out.
He's gone.
He gone.
That's what Coach Foley told us. We've seen him get caught
he told
once.
us that game one.
He did. And we saw it in living color in game one. 2nd and 5 for the Warriors. 7.5 to go opening quarter. Crabtree fakes the handoff. Goes off left tackle. Short gain. That'll set up 3rd down and about 4 as that was a slow developing run play as Pulaski County had that one sniffed out pretty well. Slavey coming up making the stop. As you can see, Pulaski County, big boys up front. Defensive line does a good job for Coach Johnny Hines. 22nd season for Coach Hines. 3rd and 4 here. Big 3rd down early in this one. Crabtree backs out of the side of him. He will hand it off to Brainerd as Skid gets up to around to the 25-yard line. That'll be mighty close to it. Initial spot has him short by about a yard. 4th and about 1 here for Southwestern as they will set it down between the 26 and the 25, so less than a yard. Kind of no man's land here. Coach Foley, Chandler Crabtree having a conversation near sideline. And QB 1-0 will head back to the huddle and decipher that information. 4th and less than a yard. Power set, bone set if you will. Gideon Brainerd leading the charge. Crabtree hands up under center. He will turn and hand it off. Tanner Wright, inside handoff, 1st down for Southwestern. Just creating some space. Brainerd busted up through there. Nice surge by that offensive line. And that's one of the big keys tonight, Michael. Whose offensive line is going to do the most?
I mean, that's going to have a lot to do with the outcome of the game, as really every game, making the way for the runners and giving the passers time to throw the football. So nice start by Southwestern.
Got your big fullback Brainerd, has another blocker up in there, and easy 1st down for Tanner Wright. Getting a power set, sweep to Wright. He'll cut it inside. Banged around like a pinball up to around the 15-yard line as the Warriors back in the Rick Barker red zone. Sniffing the end zone. 5.5 to play as this has been a long opening drive for the Warriors. 2nd down and 4. Scoreboard. Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard says 2nd and 4. That's what we'll go with. Warriors right to left. Some hands on hips for the Maroons already. This has been a long, sustained drive. 5 minutes to go opening quarter. Warriors might have started early right. Trying to go off right tackle and knocked down by a trio of Maroons. Cox and associates in there as well. Gain of 1. 3rd and still about 4.
Brainerd checking out. Looks like Cody Harmon checking in. Ben Coomer coming off the field, young freshman, number 30.
Ian Ware checking in as well on offense. 4.5 to play opening frame. PC with the first crack at it. The punt. Warriors have had it since. As the Warriors send out a couple far side, one this near side. As Ian Ware gets it coming to the near sideline, looking for some running room. Stops, lets it develop. Not a whole lot there. As Ware will get up to around the 15-yard line and another 4th down facing Southwestern. This one 4th and about 3 looks like. As PC coming to the near sideline, not letting Ware turn the corner and not letting him do damage.
No, had that bottled up kind of from the onset. Ware tried to make something happen, just nothing doing.
Ran out of real estate. Sideline was another defender. Scoreless on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. Warriors looking at a 4th and 3 from the PC 15 to the near home hash. Crabtree out of the gun. Brainerd to his left. Brainerd gets the carry straight up the gut. Brainerd's going to leapfrog a guy, and he's going to be mighty close. It all depends on the spot. All depends on it. Where are they going to set it down? They throw it around, and he didn't get to the 11. Looked like he did with the surge. PC saying it's our ball, first down, and this crew is going to measure. As Brainerd, I think he's spotted around the 12.
I don't think he got it, Josh.
I don't know. I don't know if he did or not. I'm going to say they got a knee down back there because it looked like he got further up the field than that. They will stretch it out. We will know shortly. He did not get it. Nope. Turned over on downs as the Warriors cannot convert their second 4th down attempt. That's turned over on downs. First series of the night, a long sustained drive for the Warriors. Ends 3:18 to go in the opening quarter. The Maroons will get it back.
Southwestern trying to scratch that scoreboard, something they've had trouble doing in the first quarter all season long. They broke that streak last week against South Laurel, but with the 3:18 on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard, let's see if they get the ball back to try to scratch the scoreboard in this first quarter. Right now, 0-0.
Duggar placing Polston last week, injured Drew Polston, as he's under pressure inside the 5, fires a BB downfield up to around the 16-yard line, as that will be bobbled and dropped as Williams tried to reel it in. You just saw the arm cannon that young Mr. Duggar has.
And what you also saw is how quick he is in the pocket.
Absolutely.
And that was a sack that he eluded. So, I mean, early, he's got some tools. You're right. He has a cannon.
BBs. Well, that one was 2nd and 10 for the Maroons from their own 13-yard line. 3:10 to go. Scoreless on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. Duggar out of the gun. Donovan Abbott to his left. And in motion going to the top side. Abbott gets the handoff straight up the gut. Not a whole lot there is Cody Harmon. So Kelly, Will Pennington, Dylan Asher in on that stop as well. Again, Galloway. And speaking of Asher, wasn't for sure if he was going to go this week because he limited last week, injured in that South Laurel contest.
Take him out precautionary. He's good to go.
3rd and 9. A gain of only 1 there for Abbott. 3-man front for Southwestern again. Passing situation, obviously. Duggar rolls, looking, fires, high throw, climbing the ladder. It will be caught, but out of bounds. Running out of real estate will be Williams, and that will be a 4th down facing Pulaski County. And a quick second series for the Maroons as they will lay the boot to it. Southwestern with a chance to come out with great field position with a couple ticks under 2.5 to play opening quarter.
2 series in a row. Southwestern forces 3 and out. I mean, you got to be happy.
Absolutely.
Coach Payne and that House of Payne D.
Absolutely.
Showing up early.
Indeed. Maroons will send it away. Ware coming after it as that one will mosey out of bounds, and the Warriors will take over in Pulaski County territory. Good opportunity again here for Southwestern as they have their second series of the night. The reservation.
Wow, spot that at the 25-yard line.
Comes to life. Wow. A favorable spot. An unfavorable spot, I thought, earlier for Brainerd on his run. That one, officials right on top of it to see what they saw. 1st and 10 for the Warriors as they almost start this drive in the Rick Barker red zone. Warriors got to get some points. Got to capitalize on this great field position. Crabtree fires. That'll be complete near sideline. Making a man miss at the 20 to the 15 around the 10-yard line. Nice pitch and catch. Crabtree to Alex Farler. Farler with the reception. Great to see 2-2. Back doing his thing. Banged up this year. Big reception. As that will move the Warriors into the Rick Barker red zone. It will be a 1st and goal from the 9 for the Blue and Orange Brigade. 2 minutes to go. opening frame. Warriors trying to strike first on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. Trips to the right. That's the wide side of the field. One back this way. Blitz coming. It's picked up. Tanner Wright straight up to gut. Lowers his head, and he'll rumble around the 5-yard line as Wright taken down by Levi Belcher. It'll be 2nd and goal from there.
Southwestern wanting that first quarter score, Josh.
We talked about that ad nauseum leading into last week's game, and they put, 20?
They put 20 on the
20 on the board last week?
We talked about it until Coach Foley was tired of hearing it. Did something about it.
He absolutely did. Well, he and the Warriors did indeed. It was just one of those odd stats. Odd stats. 2nd and goal from the 5. Wishbone set. Handoff goes to Brainerd. Looking, still churning those legs for some yardage. Pile of maroon humanity coming off the tackle. It takes not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, but nearly an entire PC defense to get Brainerd off his feet.
He's a horse.
My goodness.
Trained.
I mean, he's a combine. He's a dozer. He's everything. He's a dump truck. Heavy equipment is what we're saying.
Tough to bring down.
Under a minute to play opening quarter. Scoreless. Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. 33rd meeting between these two teams. As fate would have it, 16 wins apiece. I love that stat. So competitive. 3rd goal from just inside the 5. As Crabtree calls his own number, looking to cut it upfield and right into the heart of the PC defense, and that was not a smart decision as Crabtree took a big lick as Belcher, Associates, Cox in there as well, coming to lay the lumber to Crabtree, and that will be all she wrote in the opening frame as we were scoreless on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard as the Warriors will face their 3rd 4th down as we begin the 2nd quarter.
Don't feel great, just can't wait? Well, Quick Care is open late. Just walk in at their clinic in Mid-Park West, just off Bogle Street, behind the hospital. Hours are 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. weekdays and 10 to 3 on Saturdays. No appointments necessary for accidents, ailments, chronic conditions, as well as health services like sports physicals, flu shots, and health screenings. They accept most major health insurance plans, and they can bill the insurance companies directly. Quick Care Walk-In Clinic at Mid-Park West. And a big thank you to Don Franklin Somerset Family of Dealerships, Kentucky, for presenting tonight's coverage of high school football. Be sure to take advantage of the end-of-summer savings at any of their Somerset locations. Visit them on Facebook at Don Franklin Somerset Family of Dealerships. They treat you like family.
Quick Care Walk-In Clinic, high school football, presented by the Don Franklin Family of Dealerships on Lake Cumberland Sports. It's Buffalo Wings and Rings video game of the week. A nice contingent of faithful on hand here tonight. And for those that could not get in, thank you for joining us.
Yes, you betcha. For those lucky enough to get a ticket tonight with this voucher system during COVID, a tough ticket to get. Again, we're glad you joined us, and we're glad to have you on what's sure to be a fantastic ball game, tied 0-0.
So far, you've missed nothing. Scoreless on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. What you missed, if you're just now tuning in, was a lopsided time of possession, heavily in favor of Southwestern versus Pulaski County, but time of possession is the most useless stat in the world. Fresh 12 on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. The third 4th down facing Southwestern as we begin the 2nd quarter. 4th and goal from the 5. Crabtree looking to throw to the end zone. Hibbard climbs the ladder, pushed out of bounds, and it will be turned over on downs. Hibbard caught it, but the defender, heads up play by the PC defender, shoving Hibbard out of bounds, not letting him come down in bounds.
And that's just a smart football play. Well-coached defensive play by Pulaski County.
Some of the Southwestern coaches wanting a penalty. Not going to get it. Turned over on downs, and the Warriors cannot take advantage of taking on that series at the PC 25.
Got to capitalize.
Got to. Another one turned over on downs for Southwestern. As PC sitting on a long field. The opposite true for Southwestern. They've been on a short field. Duggar stands in his own end zone. Looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. He will tuck it and a run as he will be upended. Up at around the 15-yard line. As It's a nice tote by Duggar. Of course, playing in relief of Drew Holston, who was injured in the opening half at East Jessamine last week. Holston out with a broken ankle. We continue to send our thoughts and prayers along to him. I was so hoping to see a healthy Drew Holston.
You and I both.
Go against Southwestern. First down of the night for the Maroons. Turner Realty Group first down. Holston out of the gun, trips to the left, one to the right. Quick hitter, fires over the middle. That be complete to around the 30-yard line. Give him the 31-yard line as Williams gets the reception as Duggar chucked it over the line to a wide open Williams. Eric Williams, talented receiver. Just a sophomore for Coach Johnny Hines. The quarterback tree and the receiver tree at PC bears unbelievable fruit.
It absolutely, year after year after year.
I don't know what Coach Hines uses for fertilizer, but he needs to sell it. And whistles. And that'll stop it before it got going. As we'll sort this one out. That will be offsides on Southwestern. 10:56 to go, second quarter. Scoreless on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard.
Conveniently located off North Highway 27 between Big Lots and Backyard Burger, Magic Monograms is the place for custom embroidery, screen printing, and so much more. They can put your designs on medical and athletic uniforms, corporate and school apparel. Find them on Facebook. Search Magic Monograms and Embroidery. Magic Monograms are sponsor of our Fashion Report. And honestly, guys, you can see the Fashion Report for yourselves in sparkling HD.
Absolutely.
Here on our video game of the week.
Duggar rolls right. Looking downfield, fires. That'll be complete. Up at around the 38-yard line, trying to scamper up to the 40-yard line as Pennington, Ware, Asher, and Kelly come in to make the stop. As Gibson gets the reception. A gain of 8. Second and about 2 here for the Maroons. Keir Walking Clinic High School football. Third series of the night for PC. Couple punts. Previous 2. Duggar under pressure. Slings one. Far sideline. Duggar had to get rid of that one quickly as Warriors breathe it down his front side. Incomplete. Third and about 2 here for the Maroons as they go right to left here in the second quarter.
Southwestern really not able to apply a lot of pressure to this quarterback thus far.
It's true. That PC offensive line, which like Southwestern's offensive line, a big question coming into the year. Nice product. Duggar pretty well so far. A lot of football left. Cox in the backfield. Cox gets the carry. Lost the football. It is on the deck as Duggar will pick it up, and he will pay the price for it as Hibbard, Connor Christ, and Ethan Ware coming in to finish off Duggar, and Cox laid it on the deck. The Maroons dodging a bully. PC will lose at least a yard, maybe 2. 4th and 4. 10 minutes to go. Opening half. You posed the question to me earlier. Do you try something here? Probably still not.
I don't know, but I don't like the hit the quarterback took right there, Josh.
Yeah. Already down 1? I don't either. Credit PC's
I think he blocked that one.
Offense as Asher coming in onto the line, and that was off the edge of the foot. Asher might have got a big paw on it as well as Southwestern will start on a short field. PC's offense just hasn't had that flow, and obviously for probably pretty good reason as starting quarterback Drew Polston. Great, talented quarterback, can sling it. Also leading rusher for Pulaski County as well. A big cog missing as Southwestern got pressure that time.
Southwestern has had field advantage through this entire game. They've got to capitalize, got to turn it into some points at some point, Josh.
And the complete opposite is true for Pulaski County.
Absolutely.
They've been pinned in the shadows of their own goal post all night. The Warriors sitting on a short field here, 1st and 10 from their own 48. Left to right to the Blue and Orange Brigade. Crabtree out of the gun, looking to throw, fires as that will be caught. Nope, incomplete. As Farler couldn't rule that one in. As Farler stretching out near home sideline, incomplete. Stop the clock with 9:37 to go No one yet to dent the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard.
And I was hoping for a shootout.
So much for that.
Knew it wasn't going to happen. I was still hoping for it.
The last several times these two teams have gotten together, it has been tight and it has been low scoring.
And points come at a premium.
Absolutely. Tanner Wright dancing around looking for the corner. A stiff arm as Wright will turn it upfield for a short gain as Wright will get a yard, maybe two. It all depends on the spot. Initial spot looks like a yard. And it'll be a 3rd and long for Southwestern. And credit PC's defense as they are coming to get Southwestern. 3rd and 9, a gain of 1. Approaching 9 minutes to go before the half. 33rd meeting between these two teams. Series tied 16 wins apiece. The Warriors riding a 2-game winning streak in the series, though. Both of those last year at PC. Crabtree fakes, fires over the middle. Dangerous pass, and that'll be picked off at the 40 as Cox gets the INT, and he'll return it back to around the 48-yard line. Best field position of the night for Pulaski County as it'll be 1st and 10 for the Maroons. Michael Crabtree just trying to put it into a spot to Hewitt, and that spot was not there.
No, Mr. Tristan Cox making his presence felt, intercepting that football, shifting momentum over to Pulaski County. Can Pulaski County do something with it?
Peyton Manning would have had a difficult time finding a hole to put that ball in as there were 3 defenders around Hewitt. Hewitt's a tall lad. That was nearly impossible, if not impossible. Maroons take over, 1st and 10 from their own 48, 8:47 to go, second quarter. Duggar out of the gun, straight back to throw, good protection, fires a BB, tipped, and that'll be picked off by Southwestern, and off to the races is Ware. He's looking for some running room to the 20. He'll be taken down from behind. Ian Ware, what you can do, I can do as well. Flop that momentum back to the Blue and Orange Brigade. 1st and 10. Southwestern, it might be a 1st and goal, but hold the phone. Flags back at the 40. Personal foul on Southwestern. That will be the 2nd one of the 9 on Southwestern.
So what will that do with possession, Josh?
We shall see. It still should be Southwestern's football, but maybe not. I could be wrong. I have been wrong before. As sorting this out, it should be Southwestern football, and it will be. Here comes Crabtree out. So 1st and 10. So instead of a 1st and knocking on the door of a touchdown, it'll be 1st and 10 Southwestern. I think Coach Foley will take it, even with it. Still don't like the penalty. 1st and 10 Warriors. Big momentum swing, couple ways. Heavyweight fight is on in the backyard. As Ware gets the handoff. Did he lose the football? As Ethan Ware had it. He did lose the football, and coming up with the football for Southwestern was John Poe. Right place, right time for John Poe.
Who ran the football there, Josh?
That would be Ethan Ware. As I thought he lost it in a scrum with a couple of Maroons, and for Southwestern, they were living right on that one. John Poe, right place, right time. He's going to lose yards. But the Warriors did not lose possession. This one's been ugly.
A lot of time left in this.
Oh, yeah. 7:45 to go before the half. Low snap, Crabtree goes down to get it. Rolls near sideline, fires. That'll be complete to Hewitt at the midfield stripe. As Hewitt, big stiff arm shoved out of bounds. As that'll set up 3rd down and very manageable for Southwestern. As Crabtree hooks up with Hewitt. As he did not get a favorable spot. This will be 3rd down and about 4 here for Southwestern, as they will say Hewitt stepped out of bounds at the 48-yard line.
A little bit of action, it seemed like, after he stepped out of bounds.
A little bit.
Pulaski fortunate not to draw a flag there, but
a little bit. Tight quarters. Tight quarters, race it.
That's right.
You know? Players separate. We continue on. 3rd and 4. Crabtree hands it off to Wright. That one goes straight up the gut, moving that pile up to around the midfield stripe. Southwestern looking at a 4th down again. That has been the story of the opening quarter for Southwestern. Good field position, 4th down opportunities to convert. They have one. And they have not on a couple. 4th and 1 is Coach Foley going to go for it here. Just over midfield, 7:10 to go, second quarter. Nobody has dented the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. 4th and 1 for the Warriors on the PC 49-yard line. Crabtree hands up under center, wishbone set. Warriors not flinching. Maroons coming after them as Southwestern will take the UCBTO. That's it. United Cumberland Bank timeout with 6:51 to go, opening half.
Henderson Chiropractic is committed to relieving your pain using the true principles of chiropractic care. Their caring, helpful team strives for excellence through the extraordinary service and patient education. Dr. Henderson provides chiropractic care for injuries that occur during sports, auto accidents, work-related activities, or just everyday wear and tear. The experience you need for the results you want, that's Henderson Chiropractic. And Skip Cottrell's Tire Pros offers a straightforward approach to tire and auto service that includes nationwide warranties and a hassle-free experience. Did you know Skip Cottrell's makes automotive services easy with their online appointment booking as well as special financing available? Let Skip Cottrell's Tire Pros get you back to when being on the move was carefree. Skip Cottrell's Tire Pros, hassle-free guaranteed. To find out more, visit us in store at 4285 South Highway 27 in Somerset or online at skipstirepros.com. Josh, also Southwestern High School girls and boys basketball teams, Haunted House and Trail at Burnside and Cole Park, Friday, October 23rd and Saturday, October 24th, 8 o'clock to 11 o'clock p.m.
4th and 1 for the Warriors. Crabtree hands up under center, hands it off. Connor Crisp inside left tackle, first down yardage and more as Crisp will rumble to the 42-yard line. It's a Turner Realty Group first down for the blue and orange. It's coming up and making the stop. Automatic off the pile will be Nichols for Pulaski County. 6:40 to go. Scoreless on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. Warriors going to that power set, that bone set, if you will. Hands down for the Warriors. Handoff goes to Gideon Brainerd. Inside handoff, just power football running over you, moving the pile, getting those tough yardage. As that'll get Southwestern inside the PC 40 as they'll set it down at around the 37. 6 minutes to go. Great field position, missed opportunities for the Warriors. Long fields. And not a whole lot of flow offensively for PC. As the handoff goes to the back. Tanner Wright, little spin action. Gets away from one would-be tackler. Takes a pop as he gets to the 27-yard line. And another blue and orange first down as Tanner Wright running for that first down. 5:48 to go. Warriors driving once again.
You saw that strength you talked about earlier, Josh,
Indeed.
on display. Hard young man to bring down.
Absolutely. Runs hard, runs fast, and runs north-south. Something that I absolutely love. 1st and 10 for the Warriors from the PC 26, 5.5 to play. As we Brainerd. The Maroons will try to get down.
Flag on the play.
Thank you, sir. As we shall see what that flag is. As waiting to find out what that is at any moment. It will be on Southwestern. They already know that because the Warriors are backing up. As it will be a big penalty. As that holding penalty will set the Warriors back. 1st and nearly 20. Here, one of the blue and orange mamas saying, "You're killing yourselves." Missed opportunities for Southwestern. PC hanging around. 5 minutes to go, second quarter. Crabtree hands up under center, 4-man front for the Maroons. Handoff, Tanner Wright. And he'll be leg tackled at the 30-yard line. Nice leg tackle, open field tackle by Tristan Cox. You can see absolutely why, body-wise and all, that makes a whole lot of sense why Cox is a D1 player.
He's impressive.
Good nose for the football. Of course, you can't teach the size of Tristan Cox. 6'4", 242.
That's a
Big
lot
boy.
of football player.
Big man.
That's a lot of man.
Big man. Big man. Second and long. Second at about 15. So says the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. Crabtree hands up under center. Crisp in motion. One right to left. Crabtree looking to throw. Going to fire a fade down the near sideline to Hibbard. And that was out of bounds as Hibbard jockeying for position with Cade Sullivan. So it'll set up third and long for the blue and orange here. 4:11 to play. PC's defense has been on the field forever here in the opening half.
And kudos to them. I mean, they've been able to keep Southwestern out of the end zone.
Absolutely. Bend, but don't break.
It's a phrase we used a lot last year.
Absolutely. Third and long for the Warriors. Left to right for Southwestern here. Looking at a three-man PC front this time. Crabtree looking to throw. Good protection. Looking downfield, fires a bomb, and that will be caught by Hewitt at the goal line. He will back into the end zone for the touchdown. 35-yard touchdown strike for Southwestern. Crabtree, a rope to Hewitt. Hewitt, touchdown. Southwestern, what a catch for 1-1.
Excellent catch by Caden Hewitt.
He needed every single inch of that tall frame of his. Warriors strike first with 4:03 to go in the second quarter. As that will be up, and that one will be good from Neola. That makes it 7-0. Let me correct myself. A 30-yard touchdown pass.
So no good.
No good? Nope. Missed it. Yeah. Thank you, sir. 6-0 on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. I thought it got in there, but it did not.
It looked good from our angle.
Nope.
Southwestern High School girls and boys basketball teams are going to host a haunted house and trail in Burnside at Cole Park Friday, October 23rd and Saturday, October 24th from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. Thursday through Saturday, October 29th through the 31st, 8 to 11 p.m. This fundraiser will benefit both the Southwestern High School Lady Warriors and boys basketball teams and the Burnside Little League organization. Please come support our teams, $10 a person to get in. And Brad Carroll and all the staff at CC's Furniture are proud supporters of all local football teams in our Lake Cumberland area. It is our hope here at CC's Furniture that all the coaches and all the student athletes have successful and injury-free seasons.
As Moore has it teed up. His Warriors now lead 6-0. Spot kick to around the 17-yard line. 25. And the 30-yard line. Couple players tangled up. They will separate. And that return will be returned back by Adams, where we'll get the stop. 30-yard touchdown strike. Crabtree to Hewitt, 6-0. It was extra point no good. 6-0. It remains on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. Crabtree's 7th touchdown pass of the season. 5 of those coming last week, and that is Hewitt's 2nd touchdown pass, touchdown reception this season. Maroons trailing for the first time tonight, looking to answer, looking to get some of that PC mojo offensively going here. As Duggar throws, that will be complete to Shepard. As he'll take it up to around the 37-yard line. Asher, Pennington, and another Warrior getting in on the stop. It'll be Galloway as well. And might have saw that quick big guy coming in there. And that's big Dylan Asher.
Big senior.
Like a cat. Good pickup. Pulaski County there, setting up second at manageable, second at about 6. Under 3.5 to play opening half. Trips near sideline. 2 to the right, empty backfield. As Williams comes in motion. Now 4 near sideline. Duggar looking to throw. Goes opposite side of those 4 receivers. And that'll be complete for the first down. Up to around the 44-yard line. Give that reception. As that one goes to Chandler Godby. Move the chains for the Maroons.
That was a pretty pitching catch.
Yes, it was. All 4 receivers over here. Duggar goes opposite side. Nice hands by Godby. Turner Realty Group first down for the Maroons as they get their mojo working here late in the opening half. 6-0 on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. Southwestern just scoring. PC trying to answer. Duggar looking to throw straight back. Good protection. Fires a bomb. What a pretty ball. Just overshot his man as he was trying to hook up with a streaking Williams down far sideline. Josh Walden applying the pressure. Nice tight spiral. Big time bomb. Duggar's got a cannon.
And he sets his feet when he throws that football.
Boy, it's pretty.
And winds it up. He does. Baseball player.
That's-
He's got the arm of a pitcher, and
That's
I don't know if he pitches, but he's a baseball player. So
That's textbook.
it's textbook.
I mean, that was
Yeah.
pretty.
And he wears 12. I mean, isn't that like
Oh,
that's a QB
course.
number if I've ever seen one?
Rogers, Tom Brady. We could go on and on. Terry
Let's
Bradshaw
not make those
going way back.
comparisons to this young
I know.
man's
I'm not. I'm
First
just saying,
varsity start.
you said 12. I'm not putting expectations on him.
Right.
Those are the first 12s that come to mind.
Sure. Me too. Me too.
2nd and 10, run play for Pulaski County. Doing a little dancing, looking for some running room. It's going to be Donovan Abbott. Nice game for Abbott. That'll set up 3rd and short. 2.5 to play. Yeah, those will be lofty expectations, your first start in the high school ranks. 3rd and about 2. Clock is PC's enemy, but we all know the quick strike ability of Coach Johnny Hines' offense. Warriors lead 6-0 on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. Duggar. Lanky young man, good athlete. He fires. That'll be complete to Williams as Williams will be upended at the Southwestern 37-yard line. Move the chains again for the Maroons as that offense now settling into rhythm for the Maroons.
A lot of timing plays here, short
Yeah.
pass timing plays. Southwestern just giving them a little room to make that happen, but can't give up 10 yards at a clip.
That's what Pulaski County does so well.
It is.
I haven't seen a whole lot of that for this series, but this series is looking good for PC. Clock is their enemy, though. 1:45 to play in the opening half. Couple of substitutions either way. One late for PC, and they will burn a United Cumberland Bank timeout with 1:40 to play in the opening half.
In real estate, working with the right people matters. Barry Turner, broker and co-owner at Turner Realty Group, knows the ropes. Over the years, Turner Realty Group has developed excellent relationships with their clients. See for yourself on the Zillow profile, with more reviews than anyone else in the Lake Cumberland region. Turner Realty Group is just off Highway 27 between lots 21 and 22. Call 679-SOLD or go online at shopsomersethomes.com. And keeping stats and the correct score is important to players, coaches, and fans. And the same can be said about keeping your taxes and finances in order. For over 26 years, Randall D. Turpin CPA has been doing just that. If accounting is not your thing, then let the pros at Randall D. Turpin CPA do it for you. Proud sponsor of the Randall D. Turpin scoreboard, located on Parkers Mill Road in Somerset.
1st and 10 for the Maroons. 1:40 to go from the Southwestern 37. Duggar throws, fires, and that will be dropped at the first down marker as Duggar looking to hook up with Shepard. That'll be incomplete. The clock stops with 94 seconds to play here in the opening half. Bryson Duggar, sophomore. Talented football player for Coach Johnny Hines. Talent and athlete all over this field here tonight. 2nd and 10 for the Maroons from the Southwestern 37. Maroons right to left, over the far visitor hash. Duggar under pressure, fires complete to Williams as he'll cut through a couple of guys. Walden coming in finally, making the stop on Williams. Wide receiver 8 doing work here late in the opening half. That'll set up 3rd down and about 4 for PC. Clock winds, 1:10 to play. Warrior defense trying to bend here, not break late. Duggar again out of the gun. Man in motion top side to the near home sideline. Duggar looking downfield, flushed out of the pocket. He will tuck it and run, and Duggar will get the first down as he takes a pop as Asher and Friends coming in. Get stop on him. Galloway as that'll be a first down for PC. As Galloway has had a nice opening half defensively. 50 seconds to play. PC driving. And a timeout on the field. As that will be another United Cumberland Bank timeout. A minute to go. Opening half, 6-0 on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard.
Are you frustrated by your bank's long drive-through lines and poor customer service? If your bank has recently consolidated to a single location, Citizens National Bank is here to earn your business. With 7 locations in Pulaski County, you are sure to find one that's convenient to you. Visit our website at cnbsomerset.com to find the nearest branch. For the past 100 years, Citizens National Bank has been a constant in this community. We are here to stay. Citizens National Bank, moving forward together. Member FDIC.
First and 10 for the Maroons. 50 seconds to go. Opening half. Duggar under pressure. Looking. Still looking. Gets away from Asher. Fires downfield. Fires a BB. Just off the fingertips of his intended target. That would be Shepard in the end zone as he got behind Walden. And Duggar did absolutely everything he could do to extend that play for as long as he could.
And he's elusive. Again, I don't think Southwestern's been able to get him behind the line of scrimmage yet tonight, and that's something that they do very, very well. Duggar just got quick feet and a rocket arm. Looking good here in his varsity starting debut.
Just off the fingertips of the PC receiver. Stops the clock with 40.8 seconds to go. 6-0 on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. Maroons looking to tie, possibly take the lead. 2nd and 10. Shotgun set. Cox goes in motion. Visitor sideline. Duggar looking to throw. Rolls under pressure. Flushed. Looking. Dumps it in the flat to Williams. Makes the man miss at the 20, to the 15, to the 5. End zone. Did he get in? Late call? Yes, he did. Touchdown, Pulaski County. Big time. Pitch and catch as Williams did it with his legs.
And the blocking was just set up to make that play, make that young man run a while. So it was a fortunate play, fortunate outcome for Pulaski County. If you're Southwestern, kind of a gut punch right here before halftime.
Absolutely. Duggar to Williams. Tied at 6 on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. Point after from Logan Orson. Looking to give PC the lead. It is up. Low liner, and that one is good. PC answers 7-6, 27.3 seconds to go as the Maroons have their first lead of the night.
Banking is easier at United Cumberland Bank. ATM deposits, instant issue debit cards, and a mobile app that give you full control are just a few reasons why more Pulaski Countyans are choosing United Cumberland Bank, member FDIC. And Rick Barker and Galby Realty and Auction, names you know, names you can trust. Real estate and auction services for farm, commercial, residential, and personal. Galby Realty and Auction has 49 years of experience in the real estate and auction business, and we are ready to put that to work for you. Go online at galbyrealty.com for more information.
7-6 on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. Officially on that touchdown, my friend?
That was a 26-yard touchdown pitch and catch.
Thank you. As the Maroons stint the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard with, of course, an extra. They have their first lead of the night, 7-6. Inching toward intermission here at the reservation. As Maroons send this one away, it will stay on the ground. Warriors will fall on it at the 33-yard line as Farler will fall on it. 1st and 10 for the Warriors. 26.9 seconds to play, opening half. For the first time tonight, the blue and orange find themselves on the short end of that Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard.
Yay.
Expected a good one, and we have got a good one. Hasn't been that pretty, but crazy competitive. A lot of ebb and flow, a lot of big changes.
Mm-hmm.
Couple
You bet.
late big touchdowns. 1st and 10, Crabtree looking to throw. Flushed as he will fire in the flat to right. as he is dropped. Big open field tackle at the 39. Right, going mano-a-mano with Adams. As will be tackled inbounds, and the clock will wind with 7 seconds to go, and Coach Foley will let this one go to the half as Pulaski County leads Southwestern at intermission 7-6 on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. Southwestern coming into the night 6-0. And 3-0 in district play. Southwestern defeated South Laurel last Friday night here at the reservation. 52-14. As Pulaski County sits.
He's waiting on you. Keep going.
At 5-1. Thank you, sir. 3-0 in district play as PC defeated East Jessamine last Friday night, 13-6. Here at intermission, PC leads Southwestern 7-6. We'll recap it for you right after this.
Since 1988, Toyota of Somerset has been serving and supporting our local communities. We want you to know that we are here for you and your family. Someone you can trust, someone you can count on, now and for the better days to come. Trusted, loyal, dedicated, helpful, and consistent. Toyota of Somerset. Come see us or visit us online at toyotaofsomerset.com.
The people of this great land are resilient and will get through this. And buying and selling is the real stimulus. Land and real estate are the premium investments, and they're not just making any more land. At Ford Brothers Auctioneers, we'll get you the most for your property with live, online, and multi-parcel auctions. Selling farms, homes, developments, and commercial properties for top dollar. Give us a call or online at FordBrothersInc.com.
Quick Care Walk-In Clinic High School Football presented by the Don Franklin Family of Dealerships on Lake Cumberland Sports. It's Buffalo Wings and Rings video game of the week. I'm Josh McKinney alongside Michael Gregg, Mike Jones, Brad Harris, Kevin Lloyd. Hey, everybody from the Lake Cumberland Sports Stable. Sands one Mike Kerr. Mike, we miss you this evening, my friend. It is a Jim Dandy of football game, the 33rd meeting between Southwestern and Pulaski County as Southwestern got out to a 6-0 lead. PC answered late as the Maroons lead 7-6 at intermission. It was scoreless through the opening quarter, and then teams exchanging touchdowns in the second quarter. The Warriors get on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard first with 4:03 to go in the second quarter. A 30-yard touchdown pass, Crabtree to Hewitt on a pretty ball and a nice catch by Hewitt. 6-0. Well, this extra point, no good. 6-0 as PC would answer with 27 seconds to go in the opening half. A 26-yard touchdown strike. Duggar to Williams. Nice blocking downfield. 6-6. Corson's extra point good. 7-6. That's where we are at intermission. Another low-scoring affair in this battle between Cross County foes with Superintendent's Trophy on the line, top seed in the district on the line, home playoffs on the line as well. Is there anything else we can throw into that?
I can give you some statistics, Josh.
Let's do it.
So total offense on the evening, Pulaski County with 103 yards compared to Southwestern's 157. Pulaski County's ran 22 offensive plays, Southwestern 32. Pulaski's averaging 4.7 yards per play, Southwestern 4.9. So really a lot of even-steven numbers there. Passing the ball, Pulaski has 77 yards to Southwestern 62. 8 out of 16 on the evening for Pulaski, 5 out of 9 for Southwestern. Yards per pass, Pulaski's averaging 9.6, Southwestern 12.4. 1 touchdown apiece, 1 interception apiece. Again, even Steven. Rushing the football, Pulaski County has 26 yards on the ground to Southwestern's 95. Problem was Southwestern just couldn't capitalize on that, Josh. Pulaski's rushed the ball 6 times to Southwestern's 23 times. Average yards per rush, Pulaski 4.3, Southwestern at 4.1. Receiving the ball, 77 yards receiving for Pulaski, 62 for Southwestern. Some individual statistics. By the way, I've already mentioned both teams had an interception that they threw. Some individual statistics. Bryson Duggar, 8 out of 16, 77 yards, 1 TD, 1 interception. Chandler Crabtree, 5 out of 9, 62 yards, 1 TD, 1 interception. Rushing the football, Bryson Duggar, 3 attempts, 14 yards, 4.7 average. Donovan Abbott, 2 attempts, 9 yards, 4.5 average. Barrick Williams had a rush for 3 yards. Southwestern, Tanner Wright, 10 rushes, 58 yards. Gideon Brainerd, 7 rushes for 22 yards. Chandler Crabtree, 3 for 10. Connor Crisp, 1 for 7. Ian Ware had 1 for 1. Receiving the football for Pulaski County, 5 receptions for Barrick Williams for 63 yards and a touchdown. Chandler Godby had 1 for 7. Jacob Shepard had 1 for 5. Trenton Gibson had 1 for a couple yards. Southwestern leading receivers Caden Hewitt with 2 receptions for 39 yards and 1 touchdown. That big, nice, pretty catch that Caden Hewitt had. A real well-thrown ball, too, by Crabtree. Alex Farler had 1 reception for 16 yards. Tanner Wright, 1 reception for 6. And Connor Crisp, 1 for a yard. Looking at first downs on the evening, Pulaski County, 7 first downs. Southwestern, 7. So we're it's a really even match game. We knew that was what was going to happen. I was kind of hoping for a shootout. Didn't think it would happen. It has not happened, and there's no expectation that it's going to start now at halftime. Both defenses come into play. I think one of the stories of the first half, Josh, is the fact that Southwestern's D, who's known for pinning their ears back and putting a lot of pressure on the quarterback, have not been able to do that. And I think it's really been because of the feet of the Duggar kid.
Yeah.
Duggar's been elusive. He's got the ball out of his hands quickly, which I'm sure was the game plan for Pulaski. And here we are, 7-6 in favor of the visiting Maroons, and with a half to go.
A Citizens National Bank touchdown either way for both ball clubs. The difference is the course and extra point, 7-6 at intermission as Pulaski County leads Southwestern in the 33rd meeting between these two programs. PC last won in 2018. That game in the playoffs, 13-6 victory for PC at County High, their last W here at Southwestern. That same year as well, 2018, 21-14. That takes you back to 2018. That's when last PC held the Superintendent's Trophy. You go back to last year's games as Southwestern running a 2-game winning streak in the series. Both of those last year, 15-7 in OT in the regular season and then 17-7 in the playoffs. Only the second time that had ever happened that Southwestern beat PC twice in 1 year. The other time was 2006. I tell you all of that to say this, 7-6, this is exactly what it's been for the last 2 years.
It has. And I'm just now joining up. Last year was my maiden voyage, and so this is what we have seen since I've come on board was low scoring, tight affairs, yards coming at a premium, just stellar defense by both squads. When these two teams match up, throw their records out, you're going to get a dandy. You mentioned those two scores last year while we were there going to halftime. Our QB1 from our last season, Mr. Blake Burton, United States Marine Corps, Blake Burton, giving us a shout-out saying, tell him I said hey. So how you doing, Blake Burton?
Absolutely.
He's saying hello to all of our Warrior and Pulaski County Maroon fans. So hope you're doing well, Blake Burton. Thank you for your service, sir.
Yes, exactly. A young man that's serving our country, and we appreciate his service, and it was a pleasure to watch him last year and what Southwestern did last year. And any time Southwestern and PC get together, it's always a good win, and you always get somebody that you didn't expect to make a name for themselves. And right now, because he's in for Drew Polston, it's Duggar.
It is.
Paul Wright talked all week of the arm strength of Duggar. You could see it from the first time he let one fly.
Yeah, and to be fair, Paul Wright mentioned this young man's arm strength last year. about how strong his arm was. And
He can sling it.
And he can sling it. And we've seen that on display. And for our fans at home, you've been able to see it because you are watching the video game of the week, Buffalo Wings and Rings, video game of the week.
Absolutely.
Here on Lake Cumberland Sports.
7-6 at intermission. Real quick, of course, we've talked about the district matchup that is this contest here tonight. That's added into the caveat of this, as PC and Southwestern are tied at 3-0. So the winner of this one will be the top seed in the district. They'll get home field advantage, as PC and Southwestern tied atop the district. Then you've got Whitley County sitting at number 3 at 1-2. Their lone victory in the district came against North Laurel, as Whitley County battles South Laurel tonight. As you had a whole lot of caveats, and it was my understanding there would be no math in this job. So I don't want to do all that math and all that stuff. It's just way too complicated for me. What I can tell you is if Whitley County beats South Laurel tonight, and you saw Whitley County, I was out that game. Whitley County should. South Laurel's going to be the team that's looking out in on the playoffs. The South Laurel will not make the playoffs. Yeah, Whitley County, the 3 seed, North Laurel, the 4 seed. Their victory was over South Laurel in that cross-county matchup against South Laurel on the outside, looking in at 0-3 at the number 5 seed right now. So.
Sure. And so the 1 would get North and host, and the 2 would get, the 2 would get Whitley if everything plays out like your math just computed real accurately and efficiently.
It was my understanding there would be no math in broadcasting.
Deceit. Since 1979. Go ahead.
Of course, I was going to say, you never know, because Southwestern was a 4 seed last year, and we saw how that went for Southwestern.
Again, right, a crosstown game, all bets are off. So yeah. The key is you get in.
Absolutely.
And if you remember last year, it was this Southwestern Warrior squad that was fighting for their playoff lives over at South Laurel in a non-enviable position, trying to win and in. Don't, and you're staying home. And so, and we talked about that. You said if that were to happen, watch out for the Boo Birds for Coach Foley. The opposite happened, and then you had a phenomenon that some of our viewers may not be aware of, and that's the moniker. Our players for Southwestern like to chant their coach's name, Foley. And we've kind of started referring to them as Foley's Boys. I think they gave themselves that moniker. And just an exciting group to watch, an exciting team to watch. We watched them mature before our eyes last year, and they carried that momentum that kind of started there at Pulaski last year all the way through this whole entire season, Josh. So it's been a pleasure.
Absolutely, it certainly has. And I don't think Coach Foley would be digress me saying this story. I know at one point this year, an opposing coach kind of asked what that was, and maybe possibly could have taken offense to it. And as I told Coach, look, we had never seen that, because when we first saw it at Whitley County, we're like, is that happening as we're on air? And it was, and it stuck, and it's kept going on. And I said, not defending that opposing coach, I think it kind of, got under your skin a little bit.
Just the ultimate sign of respect.
Absolutely. And that's what I said. I said that is the ultimate sign of respect, because I had never and still have never seen another team do that to their coach.
And what I remember about that night, Josh, was because that energy on the field, you and I were in the booth, and I said, let's get down there on the field and get part of this action.
Yeah.
And that's when we started the tradition of doing our Alton Blakely Family Dealerships postgame show.
That's right.
Live with Coach Foley on the field, and just want to say thank you to Coach Foley for allowing us to do that. And it's been something that we've continued to do this year, all season long, and because it's just worked, and it's what we do, and you get to hear from Coach Foley every game after the game, live here on Lake Cumberland Sports. Since 1979, Modern Systems has been defending communities all across Kentucky, and they are proud to be part of the communities they serve, committing time and sponsorships to numerous charities like Project 5810, Relay for Life, March of Dimes, Heart Walk, local school programs, and many more. Modern Systems, your neighbors and your friends, and they work 24/7 to protect the things that matter most to you. From homes to businesses to schools and churches, let Modern Systems be your trusted name and security. At the conclusion of tonight's game, we will be naming a Modern Systems Defender of the game. And if you want a great career, Somerset Community College career and technical programs can help. Or if you want a bachelor's degree but not massive college debt, just start at SEC and transfer to the new University Center of Southern Kentucky, located right here in Somerset, and save thousands. Sign up now on campus or visit us online at somerset.kctcs.edu. Don't delay, enroll today. And Somerset Community College sponsors our Offensive Player of the Game that we'll be awarding at the conclusion of tonight's game. And again, stay tuned for our Alton Blakely Family of Dealerships postgame show at the conclusion of tonight's game, where our own Josh McKinney will catch up with Coach Jason Foley right here on the Southwestern football field and catch up and talk about tonight's game. SUV season continues at Alton Blakely Ford. That means savings for you on the great lineup of Ford SUVs. 2020 EcoSport, Escape, Edge, Explorer, and Expedition. Also, a great selection of quality pre-owned vehicles priced for any budget. That's Alton Blakely Family of Dealerships. So, Josh, we're getting geared up here for second half football action, where Southwestern trails Pulaski County 7-6. And I know the second half is going to live up to the billing that the first half provided.
It certainly will indeed. And we'll do the honors, pay some bills from some of our great sponsors. Second half on the other side.
The people of this great land are resilient and will get through this. And buying and selling is the real stimulus. Land and real estate are the premium investments, and they're not just making any more land. At Ford Brothers Auctioneers, we'll get you the most for your property with live, online, and multi-parcel auctions. Selling farms, homes, developments, and commercial properties for top dollar. Give us a call or online at FordBrothersInc.com.
Since 1988, Toyota of Somerset has been serving and supporting our local communities. We want you to know that we are here for you and your family. Someone you can trust, someone you can count on, now and for the better days to come. Trusted, loyal, dedicated, helpful, and consistent. Toyota of Somerset. Come see us or visit us online at toyotaofsomerset.com.
Quick Care Walk-In Clinic High School Football, presented by the Don Franklin Family of Dealerships on Lake Cumberland Sports. Buffalo Wings and Rings video game of the week. I'm Josh McKinney alongside Michael Gregg. Moments away from second half action. 7-6 PC leads Southwestern as we get set to start third. Michael Gregg, it will be blue and orange football as we begin that second half.
Any sport, any season, sports physicals at Quick Care, only $25. Don't make an appointment. Don't pay for an office visit. Don't sit around the waiting room for an hour. Quick Care gets you in and out and on the field for less. They're conveniently located right behind the hospital, just off Bogle Street in Mid-Park West, and they're open late 9 to 7 on weekdays and 10 to 3 on Saturdays. Quick Care, serving Somerset and Pulaski County for over a decade.
And always remember, whatever's wrong with the world and in the world, you can always use more cowbell.
Absolutely.
That is the one truth in this world. 7-6 as we begin the second half. Warriors will get the first crack at it here in the second. Michael, you and I were talking, offensively missed opportunities for Southwestern.
You bet. They're inside the red zone twice. They come away with nothing there early. And so, I said to you at halftime, I like what Southwestern did offensively. What I don't like is the fact that they go to half trailing, and the way this game feels as if Southwestern should be leading by at least a touchdown, if not more.
And credit PC's defense. I was telling you, PC's defense, bigger, a little bit stronger, faster, more active than what Southwestern has seen this year in my mind anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
7-6 as the Maroons will send it away. Fresh 12 on the Randall D. Turpin CPA scoreboard. As Shepard sends it to the 20. 25, stutter step for Ware. Austin Grain surveying that PC special teams defense as Ware will be taken down out around the 30-yard line. That will be first and 10 for Southwestern. Just underway. Settle back in with us wherever you've got us tuned in at. Thank you very much for choosing Lake Cumberland Sports. First and 10 for the Warriors, left to right here. For Southwestern in those dark unis. They've pretty much worn those dark uniforms all year long.
Look good.
Memory serves. Pulaski County White tops, black pants. Contrasting colors. 1st and 10 for the Warriors. 11:43 to go, third quarter. Crabtree operates out of the pistol. First time we've seen this set. Back behind him. The handoff goes to Tanner Wright. Straight up the gut. A couple yards for Tanner as he lassoed by Cox and associates. Also in on there, Christian Slavey and Levi Belcher. Called Belcher's name a couple times tonight. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7. Warriors setting on a long field. They had great field position several times in the opening half. Unable to capitalize. 2nd and 7. Southwestern working that far visitor hash. Getting a pistol set for the blue and orange. 3-man PC front. Crabtree fakes, fires to Brainerd, and he's cut in half up at around the 34-yard line.
Cody Harmon.
Thank you. Yeah, 44, not 40. Cody Harmon with the reception. Thank you, Michael Gregg. I saw the 4 and assumed it was Brainerd, but it was not. It's passed to the tight end. Harmon paid the price, but Harmon peels himself off the deck.
Yeah, they took his legs out from underneath him.
Big time shot. We have not been shy. Big time knocks tonight. 10.5 to play, third quarter. 3rd and long for the Warriors. PC's defense has been stout. Crabtree, survey, hands it off to Tanner Wright. Straight up the gut, looking for some running room. He'll get positive yardage, but again, it's going to be a 4th down, and that's been the story of the night for Southwestern, setting on 4th downs, all 9. Here comes the punting unit.
First punt they've attempted tonight, Josh, I believe, for Southwestern.
Adams will drop back to send it away. Yes, sir. All the other ones turned over on downs, all those 4th downs I mentioned. Nearly a handful. Warriors converted one of them. As Chris will send that one up the chute. Fair catch called for by Adams. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Maroons. 9:38 to go, third quarter, 7-6. The difference in this one is the Horson PAT with 27 seconds to go. Warriors scored their Citizens National Bank touchdown with 4:03 to go in the second quarter. Crabtree to Hewitt. On this extra point, no good. PC gets on the board. Duggar to Williams. Scores an extra point difference, 7-6. We have got you caught up. If you're just now joining us, shame on you for getting here late.
You missed a good first half.
Better late than never. Thanks for joining us. Duggar by his lonesome. Looking for the quick hitter. Will be complete behind the line of scrimmage. Turning it upfield. Ball will pop loose, and it will trickle out of bounds as the Maroons will dodge a big-time bullet on that one. As reception goes, was that Abbott?
I think it was Shepard.
Shepard, thank you. As the Maroons will maintain possession. And they'll pick up. Starting Realty Group first down. Not the way you want to live, but the Maroons will certainly take it. 1st and 10 PC from their own 32. Right to left here for the Maroons. Duggar out of the gun. Donovan Abbott. Sidecar to his right. Duggar looking to throw. Quick drop. Fires. That'll be complete at the 45 to the 49. Maybe the midfield. As Walter will make the stop. Shepard gets the reception. 2nd and short. 2nd and about 2 for PC. Under 9 minutes to play. Last 2 series going back to opening half. PC has looked like the PC offense that you've seen for years on end.
Yep, that quick pass attack just not allowing Southwestern to get any pressure on the quarterback.
You would not know. This is Duggar's first start behind center.
Yes, sir.
Coming in relief of Polston last week. Handoff, Abbott, straight up the gut. First down yardage and some more as he'll lower the head and roll the Warrior up to around the 39-yard line of Southwestern. As Abbott with the carry. Hibbert gets the stop. Move the chains as the Maroons exerting themselves here in this drive. This is kind of opposite of what we saw in the opening half. And Southwestern, sustained drives. As it'll be a 1st and 10 for the Maroons from the Southwestern 38, approaching 8 minutes to go third quarter. Trips near sideline as Abbott goes in motion. Single receiver far side. Duggar under pressure, steps up in the pocket, nothing there. He will tuck it and run, and he will be slung down inside the 35. Harmon will make the stop. Brainerd in there as well. Asher Galloway. 2nd and about 6 for PC. 7:40 to go. Mannix Mink coming in. Mink's been off and on. Lead. Another low-scoring affair in the 33rd meeting between these two teams. Motion. Pitch. Goes to Sullivan. Turns the corner top side, and Sullivan will get that first down. He was coming in motion. Near sideline, top side. Little shuttle. First down. Hibbard will make the stop, but not before Turner Realty Group. First down for the Maroons, as PC continues to move the football. Complete opposite of what we saw in the opening
You
half.
bet, yeah.
Long, sustained drive for PC.
PC with a little momentum here.
Absolutely. Maroons looking to extend that lead. Looking for that Rick Barker red zone. And the inside pitch goes to Williams, and the Warriors had that one snuffed down as Crisp and Asher coming in to stop that one. A loss of 2 as nothing shaking on that one. 6 minutes to go, third quarter. Quick Care Walk-In Clinic, high school football. It's the Buffalo Wings and Rings video game of the week. A muggy late October night. Low 50s tomorrow.
So far, we've avoided the rain, and I better not say it. We're going to jinx us.
Stop right there. 2nd and 12. Williams comes in motion near sideline. Duggar looking to throw, fires, and overshot his man at around the 5-yard line as Duggar using that cannon that he's got, trying to sling it downfield to Godby. And so that'll be 3rd and long for the Maroons here as PC behind the chains. He's got plenty of arm.
He does. He just overthrew that one.
Just a little too much hot sauce on that one. Stop the clock. 5:34 to go. 7-6, a tight one at the reservation. Cowbells. Rainey on the home sideline. The blue and orange faithful. Duggar straight back to throw. Pump fake. Looks. Fires. Throws. Big collision inside the 10. And that'll be broken up. A couple players are down after that collision.
Williams and Ware.
Big time collision. You could see that one coming. As Williams is down on his back. Ian Ware on his knees, and now he's on his keisters. That was a big time collision as Williams climbed the ladder. Ware went up to get it as well, and they collided. As Ware will come off under his own power. Trainer's out. And Williams will walk off under his own power. Absolutely. That was a nasty collision. And that'll set up 4th down, 4th and 12. 5:28 to go. Another big-time shot in this game.
Well, that was a catchable ball, and Williams made a good play on that. Ware just had really perfect timing on that. Going to go for it here on 4th, Josh.
No man's land.
No man's
There
land.
was a big flash of lightning, and the official saw it. And, folks, we're going to be delayed. A flag there. And this one is going to take a while, as that flash happening towards the Burnside end of the field. And we will be at a pause because of lightning in the area. You knew that was coming.
Well, and I jinxed us, Josh.
Well, you couldn't avoid what was coming. So,
Well, I didn't help it.
7-6.
I'm going to need counseling, and you know who provides counseling?
I do.
Entrust Counseling has made it their mission to be the trusted leader in promoting mental wellness in our communities through individualized care. Stay healthy at home with counseling and case management services using your phone or computer. Call them at 606-676-0638 to get services started today from anywhere in Kentucky. Visit their Facebook page at Entrust Healthcare Counseling for all their latest updates and giveaways. And since 1988, Toyota of Somerset has been serving our community and supporting local sports. They want you to know they're here for you and your family, someone you can trust, someone you can count on. Stop in and see them today at Stoplight 23 or online at toyotaofsomerset.com.
All righty. Getting word from the boss man on what our plan is here is there is a nasty storm cell heading this way. So if you've got us tuned in here at the field, please seek shelter as, again, heavy rain and thunderstorms moving this way. Again, we are at a stop from every time there's another lightning strike or another flash of lightning that adds 45 minutes to an hour to it. So this is going to be a long night, friends. So, again, we encourage you, when this game resumes, we will continue with our coverage of the Buffalo Wings and Rings video game of the week. It will be a long one tonight, I can promise you that much. So that is where we are. And we will take a break, get safe from the storm, and then when this game resumes, we will obviously have it back for you. The Buffalo Wings and Rings video game of the week, Quick Care Walking Clinic High School football presented by the Don Franklin family of dealerships, as we are delayed due to lightning storm in the area. We'll continue with our coverage when we can.